Hi, welcome to SoraCon Day 2 Lightning Talk on 1M2M and Edge Data Management. So I am Prakash Ramchandran. I am co-founder of Open Technology Foundation and 40 plus year experience in ICT industry, mainly focused on cloud, edge, and standards. So as of this lightning talk, I want to focus on 1M2M. So 1M2M is the IoT standards, HC IoT standards, and adopted by India as well and Europe. And here we are going to get to the standards followed by what the edge data management is. HC12M standard has three layers, as you can see: application layer, the common service layer, and network service layer. Now every layer is identified by an entity or a combination of entities. Here we just focus on the simple entities: application entity, common service entity, and the network service entity. Network service entity is at the bottom, which allows connectivity between the field domain and the infra domain. So we can call that one side of it is infra domain, the other side is a field domain. And what does it mean? It means that if you have edge and if you have an application service which needs to have a sensor and actuator collect the data and through the application entity pass the data to the common service layer. The common service layer provides the services to connect to the other cloud through the network service or directly to the network service to the application entity locally, however the configuration is. So there are idiosyncrasies in the naming, but essentially it's a simple thing that you have three layers and you have entities referring to them, and there is a M, which is the interface for M2M. M2M stands for machine to machine. So when you have machine to machine, then there is an interface and there is an API associated with them. MCA stands for M, so common service to the application. So MCN, common service to the networking. MCC, so between the two infrastructure domains are the field domain and the infrastructure domain common services connectivity. That's all it is about the standard. Let's move on to real function. So M2M functionality is provided as a M2M solution consisting of three providers. As we can see distinctly, the application service provider, the M2M, that is IoT service provider, and the network service provider or network operator, which is the telco, normal traditional telcos. Now at the top, the application, when you say, you need to have development support. So we have a container, flex container support, which allows development and mapping and storing of the application specific data, models and information models. And it being a container, you can have the lifecycle management, which was brought into release 4, and info model certifications for various verticals is possible with that. Then you have got the common functionalities services here, common service functionality, which include the registration, discovery of this data management, and so grouping, basically data management grouping and the group management and subscription and notification. So various common service functions are available to everyone to use from the IoT or the M2M provider, and that service provider allows the application entities and the network entities to work together. It's the glue, and that's the key layer, and it can mix and match, and therefore sometimes they call what you call middle node if you have a combination of CAC and application entity, etc. So those are to the detail. Networking support is, as you know, you need to have connectivity, you need to have logging, restoration, transaction, and all those aspects, which improves the reliability of the network and being able to serve. So there are, this is a general purpose framework for IoT system. You can have multiple application or one common service layer. You can have multiple common service layer interact with each other. And then you can have different network providers in the communication, multiple A and B, and they can all be working together with a local network of things, which is what Internet of Things is, IoT is. So local network may have devices and gateways. Aggregation gateways may be in the service layer. So it depends on how you actually convert this into deployment. So for us, each service endpoint is important, which lies between the user and the service. So user may be using some device, a field device. It could be using some application client, and there may be some AAA functionality to validate, and that could be going through the control plane and to the gateways, service gateways, or it could be to the service application service through the data plane once the connectivity is established, and tunnels and signals and data and whatever kinds of bearers or IP layer or whatever connectivity is enabled by the networking service, which does the network functions. It could be middle functions, middle box functions, or it could be end functions or streaming devices. So the application context is established through the data plane. Coming to the edge data, which is what we are focused on, managing the edge data, you can put it into hierarchy. So you have the edge data, which is the flexible lab provides, and that has got the containers which can collect the data, whether it's the user data, network data, and isolate those separately within the container and secure. And you've got the user data includes the user, client, device, app, and some of the IoT gateways if it is local. And if it is in the remote, then there is a network provider who provides the access gateway, aggregation gateway, etc., where you can accumulate, collect the data. So DMR is the CSF or the common service function, and that DMR CSF is what is responsible for providing the data storage, mediation of function, including collecting the data, aggregating the data, analyzing the data, and sometimes even semantics to it, and various what you call transformations and serialization, deserialization, encryption, decryption, all kinds of data services it's provides. So that's the DMR function is where we try to keep everything so that we can isolate as well as serve the security and privacy requirements. So when it comes to privacy requirement, in India Data Protection Act of 2018 make sure that businesses and organizations protect data whoever they are, especially one M2M provider, or in this case IoT we are looking at. So the Article 21 regulations also have some metadata and data needs to be protected. Plus the application entity has that application, you have the Flex application container, the Flex container should take care of it. The software management function is of course the part of how you manage the application and how you manage the system. So that brings to the end of lightning talk. So what we have learned is, we have learned that one M2M is a 3-layer service, and with entities and various definition. The idea is to have the edge data managed, protected with the data protection and security. And you can do it in different ways. Like example, you may anonymize the data through various means like other cloud providers do. And that's what here we have. And that's the end of. If you have any questions on what I presented, please contact and send me mail at secretary@eotf.info. Thank you.